A case study, person trace, Pierre, South Dakota. Client background. A client based in Pierre, South Dakota, approached Bond Rees to trace a family member who had disappeared following a family dispute. The missing person had cut off all communication, and the client, deeply concerned about their whereabouts and well-being, was eager to re-establish contact. With little more than a name and the last known address, the client relied on Bond Rees to find their family member who had not been seen for several months. The investigation. Bond Rees began the investigation by reviewing local records in Pierre, including property records, utility bills, and financial transactions linked to the missing person. Our initial research indicated that the individual had left their last known residence and had not updated their contact information in any local databases. The family member had seemingly vanished, leaving the client anxious about their well-being. Local investigation in South Dakota. Our team focused on gathering as much information as possible about the missing person's life prior to their disappearance. By speaking with neighbors, friends, and acquaintances, we gathered several key leads about the individual's potential movements. Witnesses mentioned that the missing person had been struggling with personal issues and had recently mentioned the possibility of relocating to another part of South Dakota. We also accessed public records for any recent employment or medical records that might provide clues, but initial findings suggested that the missing person had not engaged with local services since their disappearance. Digital and financial tracing. Bond Rees's digital forensics team then conducted an in-depth analysis of the missing person's online presence and financial activity. By tracing bank transactions and social media activity, we discovered that the individual had made recent purchases in Rapid City, South Dakota. While their social media profiles had been deactivated, our investigators were able to uncover several online accounts linked to the individual, which provided further clues about their movements. Physical search and on-the-ground investigation. Based on the digital trail, Bond Rees sent a team to Rapid City to continue the investigation. By contacting local businesses and checking rental agreements, we were able to confirm that the missing person had rented a small apartment in the city. However, they had been keeping a low profile and had not registered with local services such as healthcare or utilities under their real name, which further complicated the trace. Through discreet interviews with neighbors and local sources, we confirmed that the individual was still residing in the area and was working informally at a local cafe. This information allowed us to locate the missing person without alarming them, ensuring that the client could approach them carefully and respectfully. Outcome. Once Bond Rees confirmed the missing person's location, we provided the client with a detailed report, including their current address and employment situation. With the person's well-being verified and their location established, the client was able to re-establish contact, leading to a positive resolution. The family member, although initially hesitant, agreed to reconnect with the client, allowing them to begin rebuilding their relationship. Why Bond Rees? This case demonstrated Bond Rees's expertise in person tracing within the United States, using a combination of digital forensics, local investigation, and financial analysis. Our ability to track individuals based on minimal information, even when they are trying to stay off the radar, ensures that families can reconnect quickly and discreetly. Whether it's a missing loved one, a business contact, or a legal matter, Bond Rees provides effective solutions to locate individuals across different regions.